Welcome in, welcome in. What up, everybody? Yo, Kings Island. You can't hear anything. Well, thanks for checking in. Probably Comics. What's up? It's Dan. What's up, man? What's up, everybody? I know I usually go live way later, but I got a dinner party tonight with some friends, so figure I'll go live. And I actually, yeah, there she is. Got a bunch of new toys, so I figured we could check them out together. Fireblade, yo, what's up, man? Got all kinds of new stuff. Got some new G.I. Joe. I got 3 of 1 figure. Got this, my girlfriend found this Batman for me at Target last night. It's going good, Fireblade. How are you, bro? Threw up twice at Kings Island? That's not good. Yeah, Bunny. Zacho, I know, it's unheard of, right? I'm usually about an hour late. T200, what's up? What's up? Got some goodies in these boxes too. Of course, Stan. What's in this box? Oh yeah, this one I was most excited about. Zacho, so some of this stuff is a personal collection. The G.I. Joes, as of now, are going to stay stock. They are for the personal collection. I'll probably customize them some way, shape, or form. Maybe do different colors and stuff, make an army of some kind. The Batman, as of now, will stay stock in my personal collection. This one is definitely staying stock in my personal collection. I'm so excited. Dude, I've gone to so many Walmarts and Targets and not been able to find her anywhere. I got it off of Mercari for decent. I obviously had to overpay, unfortunately, but I'm stoked to have this one. So that's sick. But, Zacho, to answer your question, everything in the next box I'm about to open will be, well, not everything, but most of it will be going up for sale. Let's see here. Got a big old chunk of stuff. I honestly couldn't believe how cheap I was able to get this massive lot of figures. I finished up on like the Beetle took me an eternity to finish, but I finally finished all my customs. So what's in the box part 2 exactly? Let's check some of this stuff out. This box, this whole box was $90. So we got an older Batman here. Let's see what else we got. Got a blue Beetle. This is pretty sick. We got one Kyle Rayner. I get a Kyle Rayner back. Remember, I used this one for my Shocker custom. And I think this was one of the harder ones to find, so I felt a little bit guilty ripping it apart. But Shocker came out really good, so I'm not that sad about it. But now I got 2 Kyle Rayners. One of these will go in my personal collection. The other one I'll keep. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, one will go in my personal collection. The other one I will sell. This Hal Jordan's pretty sick. What else we got in here? Oh, we got a Booster Gold. Classic Booster Gold. That head will probably be good for a custom. I might keep him for custom stuff. We got another old Batman. Or these Mattel Batmans, probably. Got this Flash. I know this guy was so damn hard to find for a while. Some of these I'll keep for my Justice League display. So I got a definitive Flash here now. So that's sweet. Invincible, yeah, that's true. Deathstroke. I already have one of these, so this can be either for sale or custom fodder. It's a pretty cool figure. What else we got here? We're still going. Got the sword, Deathstroke. Oh, we got another one of these. If you guys remember the what's in the box video from last week, we got another one of these. I heard that these figures are good for custom, so maybe I'll try to make something out of this guy. We got Superman. I'm not 100% sure which Superman this is. They've made so many Supermans. Does anyone know which one this is? It's got a wired cape. Oh, that's cool. Wired cape. So it's got to be a newer one. We got Speeding Bullets Batman. I've used this guy in the past for customs. This is a super sweet body to use for customs. Same body that this guy's on. One of the better McFarlane bodies, in my opinion. So that would be cool. Classic Batman. Pretty sick. This Nightfall body is so good. For Batman especially. What else do we got here? Another Blue Beetle. So I guess I can keep one in my personal collection and sell the other. How about that? That's sick. We got this armored Batman. This will probably come in handy for a cool custom if we wanted to. Big, beefy, stocky. This one is cool. Old school Batman. Wired cape. I didn't know this guy came with a wired cape. It's a pretty neat figure though. I still have so much to go through. As you can see, that's why I was like, oh, I have to grab that lot. Here is what I thought was the Dick Grayson Batman, but the one I got had a stiff cape. This one's got a wire cape. This is like a really good Batman, whichever one this is. Dude, it's hard to keep track. McFarlane makes so many Batmans and Supermans, so many exclusive versions. This one's sick. I like this one a lot. We got this Batman, a little bit more modern Batman. It's good for customs. What else we got here? We got this big beefy Batman. Oh, this has a wired cape too. That's whoever I bought it off of must have made some capes themselves. It's kind of a cool figure if we got the Bat logo off of there. We got this Batman, which is one of my favorites ever just because of how ridiculous the suit is. This is a good Batman. I made a custom out of this Batman before. I like that one. This is one of the ones I was excited about to get to add to my personal collection. Honestly, I might use parts of this guy for my Spider-Man custom for this world too, maybe. But this Robin's sick, isn't it? This could be a good base for Our Spider-Man. Oh man, it's Dan. It sounds like she's trying to get you to guess yourself. Sides, what's up, man? And I think that's all of it. Can you finally catch up? Yeah, it does. That's his skin. But it does look like rubber bands. Oh, there's another figure. Oh yeah, Blue Lantern Kyle Rayner. This one's sick, dude. This one was hard to get too. Little fella, I collect a lot of Marvel. I was collecting DC for a while, and then I got out of it, and as you can tell, I'm collecting it again. Collect a little bit of G.I. Joe. Pretty much collect a little bit of everything now. I'm definitely in the mindset of just being a lot more selective about what I collect and just buying stuff that I really, really want, or if it looks cool, or I could use it for a custom. I spend most of my time on customs now, so I want to make sure I get stuff I need for that more than anything. But so yeah, that was this mountain of McFarlane's for $90 is an insane haul. I know, like this Robin goes for like $40. This Kyle Rayner is like super rare. This goes for at least $60-$70. Some of these this Batman, again, I have no clue which model this is, but this is definitely going in my collection. This would be like my definitive. I'm trying to build a Justice League. As you can see, I have Hawkgirl. I have this Batman. I have the Silver Age Superman, which is like literally a perfect Superman. Yeah, when I made that Shocker, you probably remember, Zacho. When I made that Shocker, a bunch of people were like, "Oh, you should have used that Kyle Rayner for Invincible." So I got how many Kyle Rayners did I get in this lot? 3 or 4? I guess I could use at least one of them for this Robin's sick. I like this Robin a lot. I see why it goes for so much. His belt, I don't know if it's supposed to do that if it came unglued, but his figure looks really good. Articulation's pretty sweet too. McFarlane does smaller bodies pretty good. I wish he would scale his figures better. His scaling is all over the place, but yeah, this looks really good. Wired cape. I thought I was going to use this for a custom fodder, but honestly I might just keep it as is. Like, look at that thing. Yeah, that's pretty sick, dude. Well, I got the main Justice League. Maybe I can build out the Teen Titans too. Yeah, it's a company. McFarlane, Todd McFarlane is the owner, creator of the company, but it's definitely a mass produced organization these days. I don't know how hands on he truly is, but I know he's independent, and he's been independent since what, the 90s, because he did Spawn figures back in the day, and he started Image Comics so he could leave Marvel and start doing Spawn and stuff. Because before that he was doing Spider-Man and the Hulk. He did a pretty good Hulk run. Yeah, I've heard. I think I saw Todd saying that in an interview recently. I think it might have been an older interview, but an interview I was watching, he was talking about something like that. This could be a pretty decent body for like bulkier. Like remember Zacho, we were talking in Discord about like a Luke Cage. This big bulky body could be good for something like that. This one too, I like how this one's armored, so we could do some cool stuff with this one. It's got some cool textures. I'd have to figure out how to get rid of that bat. Yeah, Todd McFarlane leads Spawn, yep. I was reading recently, I guess a big reason why we haven't gotten any kind of Spawn related characters like ever is I guess he's like pretty X or SH Figure Arts or anything like that. Which sucks because imagine if we had a highly articulated Spawn, that'd be so sick. Yeah, X-Acto Knife. Yeah, X-Acto Knife would be perfect. It's just, there'd be a bat-sized hole. I would have to fill it with some sculpt or something. Maybe put it on it so we wouldn't be able to tell. If I cut the fins off of this one and figure out how to fix this, this could be like a Punisher. Big, bulky dude. We got options. We gotta figure out what we're gonna make. Or if you do a Luke Cage, you can make it into like a burn mark because he stood in front of Mills before. That could be like... Oh, that's true. That's true. I could kind of make like a in-universe lore around why his chest is torn up. I like that idea. That's true. I could definitely do that. Missiles. Yeah, yeah. I like the way you think. That could definitely work. This cape wasn't on there very well. Oh my. This whole noggin's coming off. Look at this thing. They must have taken it off. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll keep this body and make a custom out of this since it's ripped to shreds. I don't know who would want to buy it. But that's pretty neat. We can make something out of this. I still gotta... I think, who won in the Discord? It was Daredevil, right? Daredevil and, for the non-Spider-Man character, and then Hobgoblin for the Spider-Man villain. I gotta figure out what I want to use for Hobgoblin. Maybe you guys can... I'll take out all my fodder. Maybe you guys can help me. Because I have the Mezco style one I did, but I just feel like that doesn't fit the lore well enough. So I want to make like a modernized, probably like armored Hobgoblin, you know, kind of like the Sam Raimi Green Goblin. Do something like that. I definitely want to open up this figure. Where the hell did I put my... Uh-oh. Where did I put my X-Acto move? Alright, let's check it out. What's everyone else up to? I don't know about wherever you guys are in the country or in the world, but it's been hot as hell here in Chicago. We've been having a heat wave. These cars are always cool too. The collector edition especially. I don't save them though, so I'll probably sell those off in my stream. I'm probably gonna. I was talking about it in my Discord and with Zacho because I think I've rescheduled it about 30 times now. But I plan on going live on Whatnot tomorrow night with all these new figures and some stuff from my personal collection too that I want to get rid of. I think I'm finally gonna part ways with most of my Star Wars army builders. I got a bunch of stormtroopers and sand troopers and stuff. I was gonna build like a custom army out of them, but I just gotta be more realistic. I don't have the time to take on all these unique separate projects and stuff. Unfortunately. The cartoon McFarlane Batman? I don't have that one. The real skinny one. I had the cartoon Green Lantern when I first started collecting figures. They're okay. It's just because of the body proportions, it's just like impossible to get them to stand. You have to be pretty creative with the poses. But here we go. Yeah, wingspan. Damn. To be. This figure was impossible to find. I looked everywhere for this damn figure. No luck. Glad I was able to find it online for a decent price. I definitely overpaid, but is the nature. Was McFarlane Wonder Woman impossible to find? I don't know. I guess my Justice League will just be Wonder Woman list because I don't know. Maybe I'll get like a Nesco or something. I think if I got like a different head sculpt, I could probably like fudge the movie Wonder Woman into a display. Because the body itself is it's honestly pretty faithful to the comics. Yeah, that's sick. That's really sick. She got good flying poses too. Good head articulation. Yeah, this thing's insane. I gotta be honest, dude. Like, I know I've been talking about it a lot recently. I know I use McFarlane's for customs because they're so cheap and easy to get, as you see here by this mountain of McFarlane's I got for $90. I think that was partially someone just not knowing what they had either, because some of those figures are worth a lot. But new McFarlane has like been low-key pretty good. I got some of the collector edition stuff I've been getting. I got the Simon Baz Green Lantern was insane. What else did I get? Some of the Green Lantern stuff. I'm a big Green Lantern fan, so... And there's just not enough... I wish, like, imports would make Green Lanterns. I want to import Green Lanterns so bad. Also, speaking of Justice League, did anyone else see that random um, Justice League Sonic collaboration? I don't know that I knew that was happening, but those figures look sick. Try molding the Spider logo? Yeah, that would probably be my best bet. I'm really bad at it. I could definitely try, though. Yeah, I saw it this morning. I was like, I know there's a couple people in the Discord that like Sonic, so I figured I'd share it there. Yo, dude, like your stuff. Keep. Thank you, Cosmos Comics. Appreciate it, man. Bartop, what's up? Welcome in. Welcome in. That Dark Side's probably. Oh, do you think that's how they're gonna do it? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, sides. That's true. That's very true. Oh yeah. If he did like the 66 line but fully articulated, that would be sick. So far, he's only done the main Batman, right? I got it somewhere in this lot. It really looks pretty cool. Where the hell is he? Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. It's pretty neat. I got it in this lot. I don't know that I would have ever bought it outside of the lot, but it is a pretty cool figure. I was really tempted by the Christopher Reeve Superman too. That looked really good. I really like the cell shaded version they did. Looked surprisingly good, which cell shading can be really hit or miss. My armored Hal Jordan Green Lantern from the Return of Superman comic, that had really good cell shading on it too. That was a pretty cool figure. Besides the terrible hammer. You're a 66 guy. Do you collect any of the smaller scale 66 McFarlane's made? Because I know he's made like the caves, the pretty much every character in it, right? He's made the caves, the vehicles. I know he's done a pretty wide range. You have them all? Yeah. Some good stuff. Yeah, dude, I got a McFarlane before the cloth capes too, and I was like, are you kidding me? I remember this Batman's really cool, by the way. This Cowardly Lot one? Damn. I don't usually like the hush body. Honestly, separating the head from the neck kind of makes it work. Yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah, I got out before the cloth capes too. And then I think I stopped collecting right before he did like Hawkman. Oh, right before he started doing the collector edition. I wasn't collecting anymore by the time he announced collector edition. And when he started doing that, I was like, are you kidding me? Now you're just going to start making all these really good figures after I give up on your line? Because, I'm collecting all these figures now. I'm looking back. I'm like, damn, what was I buying before? Like, McFarlane was making those random versions of like major characters and no accessories, nothing. Now we're getting like hands, heads, actual weapons, cloth wire capes, which is nuts. Where do I get bulk figures? I actually found this on Instagram. Someone I was following was selling it. But I check Mercari a lot. Also, eBay is really good for bulk lots for cheap, and even like local sites like I check Facebook Marketplace a lot and stuff like that. You need a Batman outfit in Marvel's. Yeah, dude, we don't have like any good 6-inch scale Batmans that are affordable. Obviously, I would recommend the Mafex Hush one, but that one's not cheap. Yeah, I saw the SH. I saw a lot of people. That Cyclops looks really good, but I saw a lot of people say he's gonna be like a little short for their liking. So I don't know. I'm probably not gonna buy. I know I get like people like gasping every time, but I'm not a huge uh, X-Men guy, so I probably won't get that Cyclops. But it looks really good. If you, it's like damn near the perfect like Jim Lee Cyclops. I know some people don't love like the kind of like diaper looking like leg articulation in SHF, but that's just kind of how those figures look. So I think if you can get past that. Oh, you think he looks too bulky? Maybe because the figure's a little short. I wonder if they'll make him taller or if they'll make any adjustments to him. Yeah, I have a fold-up table set up behind me. I usually set it up like this when I do live streams and stuff. Selling. They're like the unofficial mark. Yeah. Yeah, that would be. I wonder. That announcement kind of like came out of nowhere, right? Do you think? Do you think they're gonna start doing a bunch of like Gamerverse figures now? Obviously, if they're doing that, especially if they're doing a Marvel vs. Capcom, you gotta imagine if they're doing Cyclops. Spider-Man's probably not too far behind, right? Wolverine. Check out some of these G.I. Joes. Yeah, Cosmos. So I wonder, they got to, right? They did all those 2-packs. Plus, now that you have like the Maximum Spider-Man, can definitely hit those poses, those like signature Capcom poses. You can do like a cheaper release, less effects, whatever, which they probably will do, or shove it in a 2-pack, as they do. Yeah, Jada Street Fighter is like some of the best stuff out there. They're someone else just talked about Mega Man. Yeah, SHF making Mega Man figures too. That'd be fun. I haven't tried out the Jada Mega Man stuff yet. I'm not too familiar with Mega Man outside of, like Mega Man himself and then a couple of side characters. But his figures look so fun. I had a bunch of them in my cart in Walmart when they were doing like a blowout sale. And my order got canceled because Walmart sucks. But I would definitely like to try them one day. I just don't want to pay like $20-something for them because it's just not like my main thing. Besides like Mega Man, I'd definitely like to get him. Although the 3-0 stuff looks really good too, especially if it's just going to be like a full price. What's the 3-0 Mega Man's what, 40-something? So it's in a perfect loaf. Yeah, she is. I hate that McFarlane does what Mayfix and she says. Yeah, speaking of which, yeah, look, this Batman's hand peg is bad right out of the box. So yeah, you're not wrong. Audio keeps cutting out. Okay. Let me know if it keeps happening. I disconnected from my Wi-Fi. Sometimes it acts up, and then I do that, and it works out well. Mega Man is sweet. Oh yeah, some of the bosses look really cool too. Honestly, they're coming out a bunch more, so it looks like the line's going strong. Derek, what's up, man? Just checking out some new toys right now. I got a bunch of toys in. I got a bunch of McFarlane. Mostly to sell. Got some stuff to sell. Some of it's gonna be custom fodder. And I also got some new G.I. Joe to check out. And some McFarlane. I finally found Hawk Girl. Yeah, look, this dude's pretty sick. I could definitely turn this into pretty much anything I want too. Paint it up different colors. Probably make it like a small, like 6-inch scale, like, I don't know, because everything I do is like Spider-Man related. Oh, that's true. He's already got like the Taskmaster colors. Oh yeah, Slade too. That could work. I have 3 of them, so keep giving me the options. I'll do one of each. Doombot, yeah, that's true. That's true. Another good idea. Oops. This thing's pretty neat. Kind of a pain in the butt to get its fingers around there. The Tomsters, what's up, man? How are you doing today? Okay, this thing's kind of a pain in the butt to get in there, but it's on there for the most part. This is kind of cool that you can then. Make it look like he's throwing the bomb. WWE and Lego. Oh, you know, I actually built a Lego the other day with my girlfriend. She really liked it. We had fun doing it together. So I'm kind of on the Lego kick myself. Do you collect any like specific properties? You just collecting like Legos that are cool. Oh, fudge. Yeah, I've gotten a bunch of requests for the Prowler, so I'm definitely gonna have to make him eventually. Okay, it was a lot easier if I clipped into the hand first. A lot of Star Wars. Oh, they make so many good Star Wars Legos, right? Dude, this dude's crazy. G.I. Joe makes some of the best stuff out there as far as Hasbro goes, in my opinion. It's a shame they lost or let go of the Power Rangers license because, oh, sorry, trying to pick up the grenade that fell before my rabbit eats it. Baby Scorpion, yeah, that's true. Customs, that's, yeah, I was thinking Zod too. That helmet just screams Zod. That's what I was thinking. Oh, you made a Lego stop motion today? All right, I'll have to check that out. Everyone else here too, if you don't follow Tomsters, go check out his stop motion. You thought about doing Batman? Yeah, so I've been thinking about doing Batman customs recently because, you know, as you see, I have an insane amount of McFarlane fodder, so it seems like it kind of only makes sense to start making some customs out of this stuff. So I thought about doing, yeah, classics like Batman, Joker, Riddler, Mr. Freeze. Yeah, some of the more iconic dudes. Joker Who Laughs. Yeah. Have you guys seen that new Merciless and Joker Batman Who Laughs 2-pack? That thing looks insane. I know a lot of people were kind of hit or miss about the Batman Who Laughs, but makes some cool figures. Bartop, welcome back. I might have missed where you said you're leaving. I think one of the worst things McFarlane continues to do is use the softest plastic imaginable for his weapons. Look at this bat. You should see my Green Lantern hammer. It's the same one from Steel because, you know, in the comics he takes Steel's hammer. But... oh, yeah, I know. The what if stuff in DC is, like, insane. I guess, like, everyone's just tired of the OG stuff. I don't know. Because I heard the Absolute stuff's really good, too. I want to check it out. I don't read a ton of comics. Oh, good, bar top. Yeah, I heard the Absolute stuff's really good, so I definitely want to check it out. I heard Absolute Martian Manhunter is really good. It's one of my favorite DC characters, so I'd love to check that out. Plus the Batman, it seems like this is like their version of like the Ultimate Comics. So that'd be kind of neat. Check it out. Yeah, Injustice. I worked at Dave & Buster's for a while, and we had the Injustice like card game. Digital like mobile game thing. Pretty neat. I had a lot of the little trading cards and stuff. Because I would always find them on the ground and just take them. Or go into the stack of cards and find the ones I wanted and took them. Absolute Mart. It's weird. Like in a good way or bad way? Zach, oh, I got the that little fuzz piece set off to the side for you too for tomorrow's whatnot stream. It's like a whole new character. Interesting. Seems like not in a good way, based on how you're reacting. If he was interesting, okay. That's interesting. This dude's super cool. I found the chase one time in Target with the see-through legs, but I didn't buy it because I wasn't collecting McFarlane at the time. Kind of wish I did, but the standard release is cool. He was just on sale at Best Buy. I know a bunch of people were buying them up. I think he was sold out by the time I got to the site to potentially buy more for customs. It's crazy that Superman only has single jointed elbows, so look at that. Is this the one from Godzilla? The 2-pack? Did that even come out yet? Like, what the hell Superman is this? It's gotta be a newer one because it's got the cloth cape and stuff. Unless this dude added it to it. No, it looks pretty stock. He looks kind of thin from the waist down too, right? It looks like Superman kind of skipped leg day. But let me reposition Year One Batman. Which one is that? This one? Is that what this one is? I don't know about you, Darth Alba, but I have had the the hardest time finding anything McFarlane recently. I don't know if I know a big part of him doing like collector's edition and stuff was he was getting ready to stop selling such large quantities because a lot of his figures were going to clearance like nonstop. But now he's making figures that people actually want at smaller quantities. It's like, God damn it, Todd. I'm collecting old Toy Biz. Oh, okay, that's sick. I used to have a bunch of those when I was younger. I think I gave them away when I became a teenager. I think we're getting ready to move, so when I was younger. I was about to go into high school, so I got rid of all my toys. Oops. I had the Toby. I had the highly articulated Toby Toy Biz. I had the Green Goblin with his glider. Oopsies. Luckily, Marvel's remade all of them now, but... Oh, Rockety, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Speaking of which, maybe I'll flip this over now. We'll go to my customs desk right here behind me. Now that we've unboxed everything. The trash, the remnants. Leon, what's up, man? My zero sugar mug, some of the best diet soda out there, in my opinion. Wow, that's an insanely good deal, Cosmos. Especially the Sinister Six. Thank you, Rockety. I appreciate it. I had someone commenting on my Sinister Six customs the other day saying they aren't original or unique, and they didn't know why I was calling it my original designs. Trolls, I tell you. There's no shortage of them. And then they're saying, they commented another, they replied to, I just plugged my charger in. Did that mess up my audio at all? I know sometimes it has made my phone glitch. Yeah, custom remote villain. Someone had commented saying they liked my designs and that if the MCU was going to use like realistic, cool designs, they should use my designs. And then this guy was like, no, this guy that said my designs weren't original was like, no, they shouldn't use your designs. Like, Electro needs powers in universe, which in my universe, Electro has powers. I don't know what the guy's on about. But also, then he was saying that Kraven needs to have powers too. But like, in most comics, he's just a dude who's good at hunting. So, tell me you don't know what you're talking about. Love the videos. Thank you, Leon. Appreciate it, man. You should sell them. I've never seen anything like the designs. Thank you. Yeah, I would love if someone could help me. You should do a custom Spider-Man for another type of. I think that could be cool. I don't know how the suit would look, but that was. Yeah, I've been getting so many questions about what Spider-Man would look like in that universe. So I've been bouncing around ideas. On a stream a couple weeks ago, we looked at a couple different suits, talking about ideas. I have one in mind that I've been kind of sticking with, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, he's ready to paint the Rhino blue for its original. Yeah, exactly. Or Venom 2. Yeah, Venom would be fun. I made a Venom. He looks just pretty normal. I think we talked about this last stream too. I don't know how I could make a Venom fit into my universe just because, I don't know, a symbiote's a symbiote. So I think just like Venom just looking how he does. I never liked Furry Craven. Yeah, Furry Craven was kind of a miss for me. I didn't love that either. One of my favorites is your Bucky cap. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. That one got a ton of hits. That was one of my most popular videos. That one was really popular. And then we did a bunch of customizing to it after I originally showed it. That was really fun. I was taking a bunch of your guys' ideas and we were doing damage to the shield and the suit and all kinds of stuff. But that was another bit of controversy in one of my customs. Zach will remember. I put bullet holes or bullet markings on the cap shield, and the amount of people still to this day that comment on that video and is like, oh, like that's impossible for Cap's shield to have bullet holes, this and that. And like, dude, I know this is just me coping because I understand how strong his shield is, but like, it's just a toy, dude. I don't know. Just pretend in this universe where I built this toy, his shield can get damaged. I know it's just like a lot of people love to like try to like critique people's art or like kind of be like, oh, got you, like you don't know what you're doing. I just thought it looked cool. I had the Wolverine, yeah, adamantium bullets, exactly, because I had the Wolverine claws. A lot of people asked for Wolverine claws, and so maybe some government made adamantium bullets, exactly. The symbiotic wall. Hey, that would be pretty nuts. That could be fun. Have you ever read the comic Marvel Zombies? No, I have not. I heard it's good though. I was just watching a video about something zombies related. Wolverine's bones, yeah, exactly. Oh, you had the real copies? Hell yeah. I gotta check it out. I think Disney Plus is still making a zombies cartoon too, right? Based off of the Whatnot, or not Whatnot, the What If episode. That would be cool. The one black wall with the mouth blending into the. That would be interesting. It would be cool. Yeah, I've got a bunch of zombie requests. I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out a good way to make a zombie. That could be fun. I guess we could probably fit zombies into this universe too, right? It's an apocalyptic world, so Morbius and Moreland are coming too, so we're gonna have vampires. Another cool, yeah, Prowler. A lot of people have been asking for Prowler. He's definitely on the short list of figures I gotta make as well. Giant Man, yeah. I don't know. So I think we're gonna make Hobgoblin next. So what do you guys think? I want to make him like armored to make him more modern. Like I was saying, kind of like a Sam Raimi Green Goblin concept. But I don't know what figures to use. I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure out a cool mask too. Oh yeah, Ultron. You've been asking for Ultron for months now. You deserve it. I gotta make him sooner than later. Also, check out these wings I made. I'm pretty proud of these wings. These came out really good. This two-tone purple was not my intention at all. It's just the way the wings were like dark purple and then dark blue and then a light gray. So I just kind of gave that. And I dry brushed and stuff. Yeah, these are for the Beetle. Yep. Just came out really good. Did on the back side too. Paint up the backpack. I don't think I showed that off in the Discord. I did paint up the backpack. Added a bunch of little details. I did make a vulture, yeah. Yeah, Zach, I'm gonna make another Hobgoblin because the one I made a while back with the cloth goods, that one's really cool, but it's just like starting to kind of not fit this universe as well. Kind of like how the soft goods Electro I had was really good, and I was surprised by how many people were kind of upset that I redid his design, but it just felt right to like kind of fit him into this universe a little bit better. I personally like the new Electro design I made, but I kind of want to make like a newer Hobgoblin. I think it would fit better. I got some. Yeah, I got the giant glider. I could still use that giant glider for the next Hobgoblin I make. So it definitely won't go to waste. It's funny. It's so many people when I posted that way back when were like, "Oh, that glider is like way too big. This and that." Sorry, I'm yawning so much. But that glider was originally for the 4-inch Toy Biz figures, so you think it was big for a 6-inch. Yeah, I mean, the glider is like objectively huge. It is. It definitely is. I like it though. I've been looking on eBay for like 3D prints and stuff. I'm surprised by how little Hobgoblin or just Goblin gliders in general there are, like third market or 3D printed or anything of the sort. Speaking of 3D prints, anyone keep up with drama in the toy community? There's been a ton of drama this morning with Kit Bash Customs, if you know that page. I currently don't have a stance one way or the other, but I'm curious if you guys have heard about the drama, and if so, if you have opinions. I have not done a Carnage yet. Carnage is on my short list though. Carnage is one of my favorite. Carnage is probably my favorite symbiote. So he's definitely on my short list of figures to make. Oh, size. Yeah, you saw Pepito's video? Yeah. Yep. I was gonna share that. I was gonna ask you guys in the Discord if you've seen Pepito's video on that. Yeah, I saw he made a video on it, and then Kit Bash Customs like immediately replied and made videos of his own on Instagram. So it blew up pretty fast. It was pretty wild. Like I said, I don't really have an opinion one way or the other currently, but the drama will unfold. You know, not for nothing, it seems like drama often finds itself around Kit Bash. Carnage would be cool. Yeah. Like I said, definitely on my short list. So probably be one of the ones I make next, honestly. Maximum Miles. Yeah, I thought about it, and honestly, that comic Miles Morales they made in that most recent wave, that's about as close as you're going to get to a maximum Miles Morales. If they gave him the right amount of hands and didn't give him those childbearing hips, that would basically be like the perfect teenage Miles Morales comic figure. That figure is so good. I've modified it a little bit so that it takes Mayfek's hands, and I also put the Mayfek's feet on there, so now he's got toe articulation and stuff. So yeah. So this universe, Spider-Man is definitely older. I was saying Spider-Man's about, yeah, like you said, I was thinking he's about like 37, 38. So it's definitely going to be like I was going to take some inspiration from the Last Stand suit, if you guys know that one, with the jacket and everything. So yeah, maybe he's in like pants. I also have this the Captain Atom from DC Multiverse, but the one I think it was a Page Puncher's wave, so he's like armored. It's not like the classic suit. So that looks really good, and that's already red and blue. So as far as like joint robbing stuff goes and painting, we're about halfway there. I'll just have to paint like web lines on there and then a logo, I guess, which could be potentially hard. But fun. What else? I was thinking about Unmasked too. I think that would be cool. Like you said, he's kind of older. Maybe people know his identity. Maybe they don't, but yeah, I got ideas. I just gotta make them come to life. I've been working so much on villains, and it's so funny on every video, especially my Sinister 6 video that still gets so many views and likes and comments. People are always like, well, what does the Spider-Man look like in this universe? And it's like, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I never got around to that part. I spent all my time making villains. I've made probably 20 villains now at this point. No heroes. No, that's not true. I made the I made the War Machine, so yeah. So I did a poll in my Discord about like what superheroes to make next, and yeah, I definitely want to do like grounded heroes like that. So I think Daredevil won the poll. So I definitely want to make Daredevil. I want to make Punisher. Um, I think an underrated one that Zacho liked too was Luke Cage. I think that would be a really fun character to make, especially in an apocalyptic world. I don't like the dude's indestructible to begin with, right? So try Ghost Rider. Yeah, Ghost Rider would be fun. Micro Animations, what's up? Welcome in. Thanks for hanging. Oh, Silk. Yeah, I could add more spider people in general. That's true. I would like that idea. There's a lot of options. There's just so much stuff out there. For better or for worse. Also, I forgot to put them in frame, but check out the Beetle. Fully complete. Check that out. So Zacho said he needs bottom wings and top wings, so I put these bottom wings on him today. I just gotta mount the top wings now. But look how good this dude looks. This is honestly probably one of my favorite customs we made yet. We made it together too, which was really fun. You guys were a huge help. So I gotta put some red on a couple different. I think I'm gonna put red on his kneecaps here, his little belt buckle, and then his chest. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that. A lot of people were saying it looked like alien tech. I could definitely see it. Oh yeah, Onslaught. I thought of that too. When I saw the Onslaught Build-A-Figure, I was like, oh, that kind of looks like Grid here. You could definitely get like another one of these figures and turn it into Onslaught like really easily. So just because the main figure, if it's not the chase is like a teal, but the standard release is just gray, so you just paint it up. Have I done a custom Prowler? No, not yet, but I want to, and a lot of people have asked for it, so that's definitely on the short list. I say a lot of stuff's on the short list. I hope you guys know it's not me just blowing you off. I have like a journal of all the figures I want to make somewhere. I got a list on my phone. There is quite literally a short list that I guess isn't too short anymore, but but it exists. I promise. Is Maximum Psyche. So that's a hot topic. Anyone in chat, feel free to chime in at any time. But for me, Maximum Spidey is absolutely a good figure to buy. Is my definitive Spider-Man in my collection now. I think it hits every pose imaginable. You know, the sculpting, everything else is just absolutely incredible. So I personally would say it is a good figure to buy, but it's your money at the end of the day, so your choice. But I have thought about Magneto. I thought Magneto would be fun. Yeah, Death in a Black Hole. That is Beetle. Yep. CT Mayfix Spidey. I want to get that one. I heard it's like way smaller scaled, but I got a animated series head, and I also want to get a spectacular head from Ferrule store. Since it's such a smaller scale, I thought that could be fun. Yeah.
She's hanging out.
Yeah, she was in the stream earlier.
She was in the stream?
Yeah.
That you were in the stream?
Oh, your arms popped off?
You're famous?
Yeah, I got the black suit too. You can ask
From what you're famous?
You can ask Zacho. I had the black suit CT and I turned into a symbiote cyborg Superman. It came out really cool. Someone actually wanted to buy it off of me recently, and so I sold it. But the Mayfix Spider-Man, you know, low key, I didn't love the Mayfix Spider-Man. Potential hot take. As badass looking as that part of your Sinister. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is part of the Sinister 6 world. I've been slowly working up to a Sinister 16. Little, so you can see in the back, you can see Jack-O-Lantern. should do a custom Cyclops. Yeah, that could be fun. Like I said earlier, I'm not a huge X-Men guy, so there's not a lot of X-Men characters I would care to make. I have thought about making an Ultimate Wolverine. That suit's pretty sweet with like the big old red X across his chest. I've thought about making that figure a couple different times, so maybe I will if you guys would like to see that. I have done a custom Venom. Like I was saying earlier, like it kind of like I was gonna use it for my universe just because I don't know how else I can make a Venom. It'd be like super unique to me, like a gooey symbiote's a gooey symbiote, so I kind of just leave it as is. But I would like to try. Maybe I could like make Carnage pretty unique, or make it like some people have suggested making like a new symbiote. So I could do that too. Spider-Man would get destroyed if we went up against them. He would have to be like super enhanced. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Maybe that plays into the storyline. You never know. Maybe that's why Miles becomes the Spider-Man in this universe. I don't know. What is your favorite custom? Oh, Zacho asked that too. Oh man, that's tough. I guess probably one of my favorites would have to be the Mysterio I made, because that's what inspired me to start making the Sinister Six, and that's why I'm here now. Mysterio would be up there. Probably the Iron Spider Miles Morales I did, the animated Doc Ock. There's a lot of custom. I don't know. I feel like my modern customs, I just like every day. I like the newest one. Like this Beetle is probably one of my favorites of all time now. We've just done like such a good paint. Yeah, Death in a Black Hole. Exactly. That's why I like Hobgoblin. I was obsessed with the '90s anime series as a kid, and so I was introduced to Hobgoblin before any other Goblin. So that's why I always have a special place in my heart for Hobgoblin. But obviously Green Goblin's iconic too, and probably Spider-Man's most iconic villain ever. So, and the Purple Falcon wings are also for Beetle. I just haven't glued it onto him yet because I had to. So check this out. Check out this engineering I did. I put these wings on there. This is from a bat wing. And what I did was drilled out holes and then used literal screws I found at work. Because I didn't want to lose the articulation, so they still articulate. How cool is that? And as you see, I made the hole for the Falcon wings, so that's going to go on there. I also had to mess with the shoulder. As you see, they're not pegged in anymore, so I did lose the articulation on the shoulders. But they were in the way of the wings. So the wings poured in right there. And that's what he looks like put together. Because I originally just had the top wings on. And everyone said he should have like bottom wings too. And I guess Beetle usually does. So I was like, okay, that's a good idea. So that's what that's going to look like. And then by getting these shoulder blades out of the way, we keep this articulation too. So we'll get to keep all the articulation from all the different wings. I just haven't been able to make the hole. I think the hole's still a little too small in the back for the wings back here, so they don't port in. I'll have to keep drilling it out a little bit, dremeling it out. Because if I could port it in, then he doesn't. These wings were kind of stuck there now because they're screwed in. But if I can just port that backpack in and out, then I can take the wings off every once in a while. So. But if I can't, then he'll just look huge and he'll take up the whole display, but it'll look cool. Yeah, I think Zacho thought the Jack-o'-lantern was Hobgoblin for a while too. I can definitely see it. I know Hobgoblin doesn't usually have a pumpkin head, so I was hoping that would be like the biggest giveaway. But I totally understand like the colors and everything. And the overall look, giving Hobgoblin vibes. Yeah, Ultimate Beetle. I know the one in the TV show is like kind of like the red and kind of reddish gray, right? I think is the one in the Ultimate Spider-Man game. Is that the real big mech suit? Because I know Beetle has a big mech suit at one point in time. I know at some point, is in the Ultimate Comics they kind of rebranded him and he got that new like armored suit and he was red and gray. Is that from the video game? I lose track of all the different designs. I know Beetle's been redesigned several times. I had the Marvel Legends. That was a classic design for a while. So, oh, you thought the armored body was Prowler? That could be sick. I definitely want to make a Prowler. I honestly probably have a lot of parts I can put together a Prowler. And I've gotten a ton of requests for Prowler too. And since Miles is in this universe, we can, make Prowler his uncle again. I know Prowler was originally Hobie, but I think everyone kind of red, silver, and skinny. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's the one in the game. Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with. I think they made a Marvel Legends of that style too at one point. Oh, I know he was Mach 1 at one point in the Thunderbolts. Have you made an Iron Man custom go with your War Machine? No, not yet. I still have to do that. I don't know if maybe I'll get another. Maybe I can get another cheap like stealth Iron Man off of, and then like paint it. Cause the standard Mezco Iron Man goes for a little bit extra, but the stealth Mezco Iron Man you can find for like 60 to 80 bucks sometimes. So maybe I can find a cheaper Mezco and paint it up. I probably won't put army pants on them per se, but we'll see. Although I also flirt with the idea that Iron Man isn't alive in this universe, so poor Iron Man gets killed off a lot these days. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my War Machine was super popular when I finished that, so that was really cool. But I also had oh yeah, or do you consider making Ultimate Spider-Man? Well, I own the Marvel Legends Ultimate Spider-Man, so I'm good with that. I'm definitely gonna. Oh, that's Maximum. Sorry, Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah, I would like to make an Ultimate Spider-Man. I don't have the Ultimate Spider-Man for Marvel Legends, but yeah, I would like to make an Ultimate Spider-Man. Who's your favorite Spidey bad guy from the comics? Oh man, that's tough. I'll probably have to say I like Hobgoblin a lot in the comics too. Especially in the what was that, the late 80s, early 90s, before we even knew who Hobgoblin was. He was pretty ruthless. Kraven and Kraven's Last Stand is incredible, or Last Hunt. Kraven's Last Hunt, that's really good. I feel like some other villains I like a lot are better adapted in like video games and shows. like I know Electro and Scorpion, even Mysterio aren't utilized as well as they could be in a comic sometimes. Doc Ock's always good. I like Doc Ock a lot. Bullseye is my favorite. Bullseye's a good villain. Again, just another villain that's just pure evil. That's always fun. To have villains that just simply aren't redeemable definitely adds like an extra level, to villainy. Yeah, Peter having his helmet. That's true. Peter having like maybe because he's in an armored suit. Maybe I can find one of these bodies that has kind of like an armored like mask vibe, and then we could turn it into like do something like that. I wonder if people would flip out because they hated how Tom Holland had access to Jarvis and everything. But ultimately, it doesn't care because it's my universe. I'm drawing out my maximum miles design. Oh, hell yeah. I'll show you my miles design. Came up with this one a while ago. And I accidentally ended up with like three of these Sentinel Miles Moraleses. I thought about selling it, but I guess because they reissued it so many times now, it's not as like sought. Well, it's still sought after, I think, but it's like in stock at most places now, and they just keep reissuing it because it sells every time. So now it's hard to find. So no one wanted to buy it, so I just customized it, made my own suit. I love like the gray, blue, like baby blue, red combo. So this has always been my favorite. This is the Miles in this universe. That's a big reason why I wanted to use McFarlane for this universe, is because Miles is going to be the main Spider-Man at some point. A little spoiler alert for you guys. So I wanted to use this smaller Miles and then these massive figures for villains, just kind of like give you the guys this like massive scale, you know what I mean, of like, oh, these villains are like so overpowering, especially if there's gonna be like 16 plus of them at any one time. Yeah, the comic are a little Scooby-Doo-esque bad guys. It's a darker story, so let me sound the comic bad guys so much better. Yeah, I agree. There's some because I think like a lot of the Spider-Man villains, if they're like pure evil, would be really like Green Goblin's pretty insane, right? But they have made him a good, like they made him the Gold Goblin and stuff at one point. So I think there's like options for sure to make some of these guys more scary. Yeah, Jackal's, again, I have been saying it this whole stream, but Jackal is on my short list, especially because, you know, maybe there's spider people, so maybe there's clones and stuff, so Jackal seems integral. Plus, some people came up with some cool ideas of like how to fit Jackal into the lore, so we could definitely have some fun with that. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it, man, thank you, yeah. I really like it. It wasn't too hard to paint up, so. In your universe, are the Avengers still a thing, or is it like a new? I'm kind of leaning like new Avengers. So we got like Bucky, and we have Rhodey. You know, so we have War Machine, and Bucky has the new Cap, and so I was thinking of adding like some other characters to kind of like fit in. So I was thinking about maybe making like an Hawkeye, but like a Hawkeye with like his robot arm and stuff. You know, so maybe like a seasoned Hawkeye. I think that would be fun. And then some other like characters like that. Some leftover Avengers, but a lot of them, like the original Cap is gone, Iron Man is gone. Thor can still be around. It's hard to kill off a Norse god, right? So making a Thor would be fun. Maybe I can use a Marvel or a McFarlane character to make Thor, because Thor can be huge. So that could be fun. But I'm thinking about what other... I definitely want to add a lot of like street level characters in, which probably wouldn't fit into like the Avengers aspect of this universe, but like we were talking about earlier, Daredevil, Punisher, Luke Cage. Definitely would like to put Iron Fist and probably Moon Knight in there too. I think that would be fun. Oh, Amazing Stop Motion, I didn't even see your message. What's up, man? Welcome in. Yeah, absolutely. You came up with a lot of good ideas. I had fun co-creating with you the other night. We'll have to do more. What's your favorite Marvel character? It's probably hard to guess, but Spider-Man. Spider-Man for sure. What Jones Collectibles? Anyone else in chat? What are some other good? What are some other good like street level or even Avengers level superheroes that could fit into this universe? I'd be curious to see what else you guys would recommend. Wait, can I ask if you like the Clone Wars Spidey comic line? Because I love to read fully, but it's hard to find all of them. Yeah, I think for what it was in the 90s, the Clone Wars Spidey stuff was fun. I've also found that it's hard to find all of it because there's so many like first appearances throughout that series, so some parts of it are harder than others to find. But I would say if you find them for affordable, reasonable prices and whatnot, definitely check it out. Or if Moon Knight had only one conscience because the other one somehow died. Yeah, that could be fun. Or maybe someone like Mysterio or someone is like brainwashing him, and so he can only like think. He's like stuck in only one conscience right now. Maybe like the worst one of them all. Yeah, Fenrir's Jack-o'-lantern. Yep. Oh, Ant-Man. I do like that, Jones. I definitely would add an Ant-Man. I think that would be good. I think that would be a good touch. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Like War Machine, Ant-Man, Bucky, Cap, Hawkeye. Maybe a Black Widow-esque character. It doesn't exactly have to be Natasha, right? It could be Yelena or even someone else. Right? Natasha's kid, cousin, just someone who followed, just looked up to her. Maybe we can even put like some other like some younger characters, right? Maybe like Kate Bishop works with Hawkeye, and so she's with the Avengers. Maybe she works with Spider-Man a lot since she's younger, or works with Miles Morales, Spider-Man a lot because she's younger. Stuff like that could be fun. I think we could do a lot of different things like that. So. For Jack, what do you do? He's a Jackal's son, trying to do clones, but better since he wants to live up to his father's name. Yeah, that's true. It could be he could be like doing the clone stuff all over again. Maybe it like goes terribly wrong because, like you said, he's trying so hard to do it better, and he horribly miscalculates something. So you're gonna make a Kingpin? Yeah, Kingpin absolutely is gonna make it into this world. Because Death of Black Hole. We started making some mobsters, so I made Tombstone. Don't mind this. Some of the paint came off when I clear coated it. I gotta repaint it. But so I made Tombstone. I also made Chameleon. So I want to make a lot of the mobsters. I'm eventually gonna make a Hammerhead and who else am I making? Oh, Silvermane, stuff like that. So Kingpin is a must for sure, and it'll be Fisk. It'll definitely be Fisk. Yeah, in my universe, I think Bucky's gonna be Captain America, for sure. Maybe Sam could be around and he'll just still be the Falcon. That could be cool. I think too, as far as narrative goes, if you do it the right way, I think it could be beneficial to have like these older characters be the Summer Commander. Yeah. But I think it'd be cool to have some of these older characters be like mentors for Miles, especially like Rhodey and Sam and stuff, because like the connection of like an older seasoned veteran superhero who's also like a black man who's had to deal with some of that stuff, right? Like helping a young kid navigate being a hero, taking over the mantle of like an iconic taking over an iconic name. I think a lot of that could work out well in a good narrative without seeming like shoehorned or anything. Oh yeah, the Rose. I thought about that too. I thought about maybe they both exist, and like the Rose is trying to like, maybe he's working with his dad, but like behind the scenes he's like kind of undermining him. I want to like make all these mobsters and make it seem like most of them are working with each other, but they're all kind of like screwing each other over like behind the scenes, like for their own gain. So it kind of like all comes to a head, like they eventually like find out. You know what I mean? I think something like that would be fun. Oh, Black Panther. Yeah, exact. I'm sorry. I was drawing so. We were talking about so much Spider-Man stuff. I was drawing such a blank as to what some of the Avengers could be. So yeah, Black Panther. I'd like to put in there. Um, yeah, I think that would be a good lineup. I'd say like War Machine, Bucky, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Black Panther. Yeah, maybe like a newer version of Vision, Kate Bishop, some kind of Widow. Or maybe we can make Kate Bishop like an amalgamation. Maybe she trained in the Red Room and stuff. Or like trained with ex-widows maybe in a less like toxic way. And so maybe she's like more of an assassin than anything. She's more lethal. Do something like that. That could be cool. You could as you could tell, in my universe, I like mushing a lot of concepts together to make one character. It kind of like, I guess like in a way, for better or potentially worse, depending on how you think of it, kind of like shrinks the universe down a little bit. Makes it kind of feel like I guess smaller, you know, or like kind of like more connected, you know, kind of like how Amazing Spider-Man was trying to make everything like go back to Oscorp, you know, just trying to like really make it like interconnected. I don't think Amazing Spider-Man did a good job of that. I don't think those movies were great, but you know, kind of like that concept. You can make Black Panther more Panther, like a better Panther design. Yeah, that too. That's true. I could do that. What do you call your universe? I'm interested. That is a good question. I haven't come up with it yet. I know it needs to be like Earth dash bunch of random numbers. I'll probably use like a random number generator to see if that number exists in comics, and if not, then that's what we're going with. And then I'll try to make like a catchy like phrase of it, you know. Earth 2025, yeah. Yeah, it's just about apocalyptic enough here, right? Oh, Thor. I forgot I said Thor could be in my Avengers. Yeah, we got options. There's a bunch of cool stuff we could do. For sure. But yeah, so yeah, I'll definitely get my fodder out. Try to see what we'll use for Hobgoblin. Oh, thank you, Garth. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I really like it too. I was like doing I was trying to. Oops. My rabbit's kicking my. Was that the rabbit or me? I might have kicked the. So like I was trying to do like Miles, you know, has the certain design and the sneakers. So like taking some of Miles, you know, making it the modernization of some of the suit, but then taking from like first appearance, right? See, he's got web wings. You know, I love Spectacular Spider-Man. So I gave him web wings. He also, as you can see here too, one's really long, one's all damaged, which I think is a cool little touch. And then, you know, he's got a belt. He's got divisible web shooters. I think it's fun little things like that kind of bring together like old and new. Because this first suit's like a Spider-Man suit that he spray paints over, right? So like just adding a lot of different ideas to it. Taking like the light blue, right? The back spider is light blue, like on the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. So the Melted Society, yeah, that could work, Zach. Or something like that, because I think like the apocalyptic world or whatever probably exists in some way, shape, or form because of apocalypse and everything else. Oh, Death in a Black Hole, that would be so helpful. For sure, that'd be super helpful. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Like with the mask design, I was thinking about giving him the robotic arm. Like I think in West Coast Avengers he has that, and other comics, right? He's got like the purple robotic arm. I know sometimes that's Bullseye, but doing something like that, I think that could be fun. Since like Winter Soldier's way beat up, and War Machine's all suited up and stuff, kind of militarized. I think like a Hawkeye that's kind of like teched up could be fun. Yeah, Garth, there's a ton of videos out there. Yeah, amazing side motions. There's web wings. Sorry, might be hard to see on all the black behind us. See, and so I don't think I did it initially at first on purpose, but you see the web wing here is good. But then this one on this side is a different size, so they're kind of damaged and stuff. I guess they're web wings, so you should be able to like regen, right? But they get bunched up too, which is like a good thing. It's cool, but yeah. So, no, his wife didn't get beat up, Zach. Clark, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for checking in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Gwen does exist, and yeah, Miles is tracked to her. I think, I think it's important. I don't. Maybe it's because I'm a romantic, but I think it's a very important aspect of Spider-Man's stories to balance like a love life and a home life and family and stuff. So I definitely think Gwen could be important in this universe, and then we could always make her Ghost Spider as well, and that could add more to it, right? Kind of like you could do almost like a romance thing, like Mark and Adam Eve and Invincible, right? Couple that does it together and stuff. Could be fun. Next custom I'm thinking is Hobgoblin. I'm thinking Hobgoblin. It's probably gonna be the next one I do. I'm making my own world too, so I had to find one not being used. Took me forever to find the right one for me and my uses. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you already got a list, I will gladly take your help. I appreciate that, man. Stick a story. Thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Clark Kent, exactly. That's what I think too, is that I think that's, and I've seen a lot of discourse of like, why is Spider-Man like perpetually a teenager in all of these like comics and stuff. And I think it's because, I mean, I guess now he could grow up, now that a lot of us have, well, you guys call me old in Discord. I'm 30. I know a lot of you guys are younger, so a younger Spider-Man still is relatable to you guys. But I think it's important to have stuff like that. So I think Spider-Man as a teenager works because, like you said, it definitely adds like a relatability factor. Although I think especially now that Miles is in the main continuity, I think you could keep Miles as a teenager and make Peter older, and then use Peter as like the older, wiser guy, and then Miles be like the younger aspect. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's been a teenager for over 20 years. Yeah, exactly. I do have a Venom. Let me get him out because a lot of people have been asking about Venom. Yeah, I saw the Mess Toys Invincible. I can't wait. Now I don't have to make a custom Invincible. Although, I don't know if you guys watched Papito, but he said someone made an Invincible on a Amazing Yamaguchi style body like Mess Toys is, and he didn't think the proportions were good for Invincible, so I'm curious what you guys think. I think that it looked good, and I'm definitely going to get it, especially if it's only like 30, 40 bucks, whatever they charge now. My Peter Parker. So we got a couple different ideas. Death in a Black Hole. We thought about using a Captain Atom figure, so like the armored version. I don't have them next to me. Maybe I'll find them and show them. So we got a couple of different ideas, but we haven't like settled on one yet. In my universe, Miles is growing up. Spider-Boy is the new Spider-Man, and Peter is dead. So Miles. Oh, okay, that's fun. That's a good idea, Murray. That definitely makes it even younger. Ravenly, what's up? Yeah, people making their own universe is so fun, and because it gives you like unlimited creativity too. Even even if you like take known properties, to see how other people interpret that, right? Like obviously how I interpret Spider-Man and his villains and everything is going to be different from how you interpret Spider-Man and how everyone else in this chat um, experiences Spider-Man and interprets it, or any of the characters, Avengers, DC, whatever it is. So I think it is really cool to see other people doing their own like universes and stuff. I really enjoy checking it out too. Oh, a Mohawk Mark would be sick. A Miles as the new one and Peter as a newbie. I guess you could do something similar as to I guess you could say the only way you could do that is like if an old Pete that never became Spider-Man like comes into a universe where Miles was always Spider-Man. You know what I mean? I think the newer like soft reboot of the Ultimate Comics, Pete doesn't become Spider-Man until like his 30s. So maybe that could be a fun way to do that storyline, Zacho. A gruff old beat up Peter, so exactly Death in a Black Hole. He's like late 30s now. He's dealt with all these villains for a long time, and so in canonically in my story as of now, as I have it written, he's settled down with MJ. He has a kid. Mayday Parker exists in this universe. Hint, hint. And so, a lot of these villains have been put away. Why am I drawing such a blank? Where does Carnage stay? What's Marvel's Arkham Asylum equivalent? Oh, Ravencroft, right? So maybe some of the villains are there. Some of the villains are on the raft. We were talking about in one of my streams last week, talking about maybe some of these villains are on rehabilitation program where they teach at local universities in Ravenscroft. Okay, yeah, I did remember correctly. So that could be a way how they band back together and find new recruits. Because hint, hint, this will eventually turn into a Sinister 16, and some of the people might be similar to legacy characters, but are not the ones we know. So yeah. Anonymous Apple Slice, what's up? Yeah, man, I probably would want to make my own universe once I get enough recognition. Yeah, hell yeah, Garf. Do you follow me on TikTok? If not, give me a follow so I can follow you back. If you do already follow me, DM me. I might follow you already, honestly, but I want to make sure I follow you. And that goes for everyone else in here too. Anyone else who has a TikTok, if you follow me, shoot me a DM or poke me or wave at me or whatever. And if you don't follow me, go give me a follow and I'll follow you back. I love keeping track of your guys' customs and ideas and everything else like that. Yeah, of course, Garf. We all start out somewhere, man, and I appreciate all the support you guys have given me and continue to give me, so I want to give it back any way I can. Goofiest Little Spider, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, Clark Kent, I heard the new Ultimate Spider-Man is I heard the new Ultimate Spider-Man's good. With Harry and Gwen is Mysterio, right? Sorry, spoilers. I guess I haven't read it. I've seen some videos on it, so that kind of got spoiled for me before I could even read the comics. But I heard they're doing some fun stuff with the new Ultimate Spider-Man. I might have to try to read it now at its infancy, so I don't fall too far behind and then give up. Death in a Black Hole. So I was kind of thinking. So here's the thing I'm thinking is maybe they're teaching a science program for maybe college age kids at maybe a local university as a rehab thing, as with collaboration with troubled convicts becoming good guys. And I want to do that as a way for Vulture's son to find Doc Ock. Because I want Vulture's son to secretly be pulling the strings, because Vulture wants Vulture's son, Adrian Jr. or whatever name we want to give him, wants revenge against Spider-Man because he blamed Spider-Man for Vulture's death. Spider-Man didn't kill Vulture, but I have to figure out, kind of like the Green Goblin thing, I kind of want to figure out a story. I haven't thought of it yet. I want to find a storyline where it makes sense that Vulture's son, maybe he was young, blames Spider-Man for killing his dad. So he he's young when it happens. So then he goes through school. He's learning about his father's tech. He's trying to figure out all this stuff, and then he knows that Otto is teaching his class. So he makes sure he gets enrolled in his class so he can get close to Otto. And then as we all know, Otto is never fully redeemed, right? He's always kind of a bad guy right under the surface, even if he's pretending not to be. So then Otto's like, okay, well, I got some old friends. So then he calls up Rhino, Quentin Beck, and Electro, and that's how we get some of the new Sinister Six. And then some of the other characters are like the Wheel. You know how the big Wheel is usually just like an old white dude? Well, this one's going to be a younger girl, because that's the figures I had laying around to make a kit patch at the time. And so maybe that's someone, I'm thinking maybe that's someone that Miles knows, maybe goes to school with, it kind of adds like extra tension. So just like something like that, you know what I mean? I know that was like a lot of yapping. I hope that answers your question, didn't make you more confused. I like to say anyway. Thank you, Goofy Spider. I got a lot of hit or miss on Sandman. Some people liked him, some didn't, but I really liked how he came out. I was really proud of that one. Pred Helmet, what's up, man? Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate your kind words. Yeah, check it out. So he's got all the articulation that he originally has. He doesn't lose any of it. He doesn't paint rub. The belt doesn't get in the way. I thought about gluing this belt down because it kind of pisses me off that's always moving. I don't think it would. If that belt's permanently there, maybe it would slightly hinge. But so we get up and down. Look at this articulation. We got toe articulation. Arm, even with the web wing, so you can't swing it all the way around now. Look how we can get that far back and still not be hindered by the web wing. And like I said, no paint rub. Arm. The hands are a little whack because they only spin around like this. They're not on ball hinges like the Sentinel Peter B. And then the head. So. Invincible Figure Productions, what's up? Yeah, Clark Kent, I forgot, dude. I gotta do it on my laptop. It doesn't let me on my phone. I gotta do it on my laptop. Sorry, I gotta do some editing on my laptop because my first long form content's coming out next week. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, Invincible, I'm glad to see you made it in here, man. Thanks for coming to hang out. One of my favorite customs you made is War Machine. Oh, thanks, Garth. Thanks, man. Yeah, that one I had a lot of fun with, and that one really blew up, so I appreciate it. Get this guy a position at Marvel Ace Up Jones. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hey, someone get him on the line. I'll take it. Your shocker was great too. Thank you, dude. Thank you. The shocker I felt like had just enough normal design. I knew the only place I might lose people was with the helmet, but no one really seemed to say anything about the helmet, so I like it. How long does it take you to make your customs? It varies. Something like maybe like this tombstone wasn't a lot to go into it. This took me one night. And most of the second day doing a lot of touch up, and after the clear coat, as you see, some of the paint came off and stuff. So, and I think I missed some of the torso. Yeah, when we articulate it, I missed some paint there. So I need to touch that up. So some customs take me a day or two, and then this guy we did the bulk of it in one live stream, and then it took me like a week to finish because of all the minor details. Same with this Beetle, has taken me absolutely forever to finish. So it definitely depends on the level of what needs to go into the custom. But I would say on average, probably about a week, Andrew. Death in a Black Hole. Oh, I meant like the new Beetle isn't average, but like Jenkins Jr. or Bobby Joe is a new Beetle. Bigger World. Thank you, Black Hole. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you think it sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking Beetle could be a new Beetle. Yeah, maybe Abner's kid. I also want to have Lady Beetle, you know, because we have Tombstone in this universe, and it's usually his daughter, right, Janice. So, I definitely want to fit her in there too. Sick man, wish I could custom like you. Oh, you definitely could, dude. Just start. That's all. I get my money right. I'm buying that black and red Maximum Spider. Hey man, there's a price tag on it. You can have it. Are you gonna do White Rabbit? Yeah, I think I will. Death in a Black Hole. I was thinking too. I think it's in a modern run, right, where they did like a ladies Sinister Six, and it was like, what was it? It was Lady Beetle, Lady Doc Ock, Scorpia, White Rabbit, and then who else was in it? There was like 2 random characters in it. So I was thinking about doing that, but like with more recognizable legacy characters. So I already have Lady Beetle made, and I have Lady Electro, and then I want to do Lady Doc Ock, one of Craven's daughters, Scorpia, and then I can't figure out the 6th one. So maybe I'll do a White Rabbit for the 6th one, you know, or maybe I should do some more original female characters. Took me 3 days just to repaint my first custom flash. Yeah, that's honestly not a bad turnaround time. Also, custom Mezco Punch was very awesome. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I like that one a lot. That one was an easy one to put together once I finally got around to doing it. But that one was fun. What custom was the longest to make? Oh man, probably. I would say Rhino took a long time because there was so much paint. And then I would say, honestly, the Lizard took a while too because it took me a while to get the right parts. I had to do a lot of sculpting, so Lizard took a while. The paintwork is really intricate on the Lizard. It probably doesn't look like it, but it was a ton of paintwork, so that took me a while. Those are definitely some of my longest, like multiple weeks. Maybe even like put it away for a while and come back, so it eventually takes like a month for sure. What's the price tag for the black and red? I got the Spidey at retail, so that's 50. For you, dude, with the paint, and I'd say like $100. Also, Clark Kent, Mr. Superman. Would you want cell shading? Because a lot of people have asked me to cell shade that Spider-Man. So I bought acrylic marker so I can cell shade it. A little sneak peek for you guys of what some of my long form content is going to be. I bought these markers so I could I bought an acrylic marker set, so I want to cell shade the McFarlane style Maximum Spidey I did, and also go back to my Unlimited Spider-Man and maybe cell shade it better. Do this little touch up on that. I was going to do a video on that. So, Mr. Clark Kent, if you want the cell shading, it'll be there. If you don't want the cell shading, then maybe I will hold off on doing that video. Electro has to be your favorite. You like the rebranded version of Electro? That one, I thought that one came out really good, and a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people missed the old one, but I feel like the old one just didn't. I feel like the old Lizard design just like, or not. I'm reading comments while I'm trying to talk. The old Electro design just didn't fit. I felt like in comparison to like what the rest of Sinister Six was starting to unfold like. So that's why I tried to change them up, and a lot of people didn't like it. But I'm glad you did. Yeah, Lady Sinister Six was cool. Lady Electro and Beetle custom. I didn't know you had them. I hate to say it if I understand. Hey man, no problem. It doesn't matter if you found it yesterday or a year ago. You're here now, and you're supporting me. And that's all I care about. In your universe, Spider-Man will look like Webman. Okay. Do you ever plan on making a Ghost Rider? Yeah, I want to make a Ghost Rider. I have ideas for it too. Your Lizard is a little weird, but it's just because I've never seen it. Yeah, I went for kind of like a modern like dinosaur Lizard. A lot of people have clowned me about not putting a tail on it or whatever that stub is, like considering that kind of a tail. So I have some. I am gonna make a long form video I'm gonna make a long form video doing updates to the lizard. I have an idea in my head of how I can add a tail, so I'm gonna do that. It's Dan. What's up, bro? Oh, you the New Orleans? Thank you, Goofiest. I really like that one too, so I'm glad you like that. I think that the red and black is great because the black makes a red pop. Yeah, dude. Okay, I'll do this. I'll touch up the unlimited then. I'll just make that a whole video. Pemba, what's up, man? Jetstream. No, that's a Beetle. That big suit back there is Beetle. I've been asked a lot about Prowler though, so I might make a Prowler next. Honestly. Yo, she did, but that's what's up. It's Dan. Congrats, bro. Oh, it's the Dino head that you didn't like. Okay, interesting. Pemba, yeah, these are all customs I made. All these guys here, and then there's even more over here. I can show you guys. I have my. Sorry, I'm using a new clip. It's kind of hard to get my phone out. Okay, it's gonna stay on here. Here's some other villains I've made. Pemba. All of these guys too. As you see, I got most of my Sinister Six set up here, and then some randos in some of these cubes. Oh, there's the Venom that everyone's been asking about. There's some characters in here. Some over there. Sandman, Big Wheel, the Wall. Sorry, gotta get my. Sorry, gotta get my thing all situated again. Thank you, Pemba. Appreciate it, man. Honestly, I feel like Hasbro dropped the ball on the unlimited because they didn't have the. Dude, yeah, Hasbro really dropped the ball because if there's one figure that like literally needs cell shading, it was Unlimited Spider-Man. That was like the whole point. It like barely even looked like Unlimited Spider-Man out of the package. But honestly, the second I painted the black circle on his face, it looked like Unlimited already. So they were so close. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually remade it. Bless you. Before Zacho yells at me. Bless you. 100 sold. All right, Clark, it's all yours, bro. Sorry, Hobgoblin. Okay, I will then for sure. War Machine, yeah. Seen a Brainiac, Doc Ock, that's awesome. Look for him. Yeah, thank you. I like that one a lot. I was like, when I saw it had 4 robotic arms, I was like, wow, this like honestly couldn't be any more perfect. I got a new custom head being painted up for me. It actually should be getting shipped out tomorrow. He just finished painting it today. Because what the heck was I gonna say? Oh, I was using a Marvel Legends head, but I ended up selling that custom Doc Ock I made since I had the Mezco one now. So I needed a new head, so I got a custom one. But that's cool. I think it'll look really good on this body. So I think that spot you did is kind of like it's just yeah. That was hit or miss. It seemed like a really easy use of that body. Because I had that like in my fodder bin, I was like, okay, well this seems perfect. So maybe I'll go back to it. So maybe I'll go back to Goofiest. Rockety, what's up, bro? All right, Clark, sounds good. I have this weird thing. I hate fat, short Doc Ock. I prefer the buff one from the 90s. Yeah, it's funny is I originally was a here. I originally was like a short, fat Doc Ock defender. She's gonna chew your shoelaces right off. Um, but
Back away.
the buff 90s animated Doc Ock I have is my favorite in my collection. I too love armored Doc Ock from the 90s series. So it seems like we have a lot of the same preferences in the Spidey world. Death and a Black Hole. Superior Doc Ock with the clone Peter Pro. Oh, okay. Did you see the custom one I had? I had a Superior Doc Ock that I sold, and I still have my Superior Spider-Man. I used CT Toys to make like a Mayfix style Superior Spider-Man. Yeah, Death and Black Hole. I definitely did. That was my stuff. The Wall's a funny good figure. Yeah, the wall was an easy figure to put together. After I found out, after the first round when I accidentally melted it using super glue. After that, it was easy to put together. Although so he always looked a little uncanny, which I guess naturally he's going to, right? It's just a dude as a brick wall. Thank you, Garth. Thanks for hanging out, bro. I'll catch up with you. Someone pointed out that they picture the Wall's legs as being from the knee down, so I think I'm gonna try that. I think I'm gonna maybe take like McFarlane legs, since he'll be a little bit longer than like Marvel Legends or something. And I'm going to do from like the knee down, see if I like it any better or any worse. The only reason why I didn't get the Superior Spider-Man figures because I didn't like this. Oh, you didn't like the Superior Octopus tentacles? I don't blame you. They sucked. That was part of what I customized by it. I put the LED lights on it so that they were articulated. It was so much better. Although the body, I think it was on the, no, it wasn't on the Sunfire mold because it had like a unique, it had the barbell at the abs, which was unique at the time. But it just couldn't handle all the up top weight of the arms. It was kind of a pain to try to stand up. Goofiest, no, I didn't, surprisingly. I got pretty much all of Spidey's iconic villains except Green Goblin somehow. I got to the Wall and Big Wheel before I got to Green Goblin. Wait, if you're doing the Enforcers rosters, are you going to do Man Mountain Marco's kind of obscure character? Oh, yeah, I thought about it. Black Hole, I thought about it. I do not own a single Dr. Octopus because of crappy arms. Yeah, the 90s animated Doc Ock came with bendable arms, but they still were pretty terrible. I did the light mod on it. I did the light mod on every Doc Ock I've owned by Marvel so far, or by Hasbro so far. Pick up Miles Morales. Here you go. It's my favorite custom that I have. It's honestly hard to choose. I love all my children equally, you know? I think as far as it goes with like my favorite customs, I probably have recency bias when it comes to those. Like I really like this Jack-o'-lantern, and this Beetle is probably one of my favorite ones I've made so far. It's just so unique and has a lot of cool features. Yeah, Clark, check it out. I have a bunch of videos on it on my page. So you can see I have a video of how I did it from start to finish too. If you ever try it yourself, Clark. Nate, I do. I Clark has reminded me several times now. I keep forgetting to put my link tree in my bio, but I sell my customs on eBay and Mercari. Also directly, if you follow me on Instagram, I always sell them directly through there as well. My link tree is on my Instagram. Otherwise, I'll try to add the link tree either tonight or tomorrow morning, and just Nate, if you're subscribed, definitely just check back in my bio a couple times over the next 24 hours, and you'll probably find my eBay and Mercari links. Spider-Man start. Thank you. Thanks for the subscription, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, this would be a perfect Ultimate Spidey. I agree. Yeah, I definitely want to make a Morbius and a Black Cat. I have some good ideas for a Morbius, and I think he'd be pretty easy because most Morbiuses in the comics, like every version of him is just some dude in like a random suit. So, you know, sometimes these guys are a little bit more armored up in this universe, but he's a living vampire, so he probably doesn't need that much armor. So he's going to be a pretty quick one to put together. So I honestly might try to do that one tomorrow or tonight. Would you guys be up for like a super late live stream? I got a dinner party to go to, but if I get home, I'll get home early enough I can go live. I don't know if that works. Oh, what was I talking about? Clark. Oh, Morbius. Have you done Silver Sable? No, not yet, but I want to make a Silver Sable. I have some cool female figures I got, female McFarlane figures I got. I definitely want to turn some of them into some of the iconic ladies. Silver Sable and Black Cat especially, of course. Do you have Prowler? I do not yet, but I've gotten that asked a ton this stream alone, so I definitely am realizing I need to make a Prowler very soon. Oh, the sucker's on Morbius's hand. He's gonna have like bloody teeth and fangs because of the head sculpt I'm using, but maybe just for the memes alone and for us 90s anime show people, Black Hole, I could definitely put the suckers on his hands. I think that could be fun. So Spider-Man 2099. That could be fun. Did you see the white suit 2099 I did on the CT Toys body? I did one a long time ago and then redid it recently, and it came out far better. Someone actually bought that off of me. But yeah, I wouldn't mind making a blue, like a, you know, the standard blue suit. Avex collects. Are you gonna make Miles 2099? Oh, like the Brooklyn suit one? I have the Marvel Legends. That thing's insane. I think it'd be real easy to make that in my style with these McFarlane figures. I could, especially one of these like smaller bodies, like maybe the Robin or something. Yeah. Yeah. Clark Kent, you are correct, and Black Hole. I was just gonna say that. I've watched videos before of people talking about how many restrictions they put on that show. Yeah, Spidey wasn't allowed to punch. Yeah, Morbius couldn't suck blood with his teeth. It's pretty funny. But like Black Hole said, that show was so good. I think that's still one of the best like Spider-Man anime shows we've ever gotten. It was spectacular. Probably like, I would say 1A and 1B in my personal opinion. I'll be curious to see what you guys think, you 90s animated series fans. Avox, thanks, man. Appreciate it. The White Suit 29 was cool. Yeah, thank you. That one came out good. I thought the original one was all right when I made it, but as I honed in my skills more, when I was looking back at it, I was like, okay, I can make this far better. So it was fun to revisit, and then being able to revisit that character made me realize I should revisit some of my other older customs. So that's why I went back to my Amazing Yamaguchi Miles Morales Iron Spider and completely repainted that. And it came out so much better second time around. So I'm glad I was able to do that. Carnage couldn't kill. It's so funny, right? What's that green and purple fig? That's Beetle. Big old mech suit Beetle. But yeah, that's. Oh yeah, thanks, man. I did. We built this one together on live stream last Friday, and then I finished it the rest of the way throughout the week. A little bit here and there. There was so much detail work I had to do, so it took me a while. A lot of touch-up paint, a lot of detail work, but it's good now. I just need to put the rest of the wings on, and then do a couple layers of clear coat, and then he's done. Same with Jack-o'-lantern. He's done. I just haven't gotten around to clear coat him. I try to wait until I have a couple figures that need to be clear coated because, you know, I take them to my lab, aka the basement of my apartment building, and so I like to try to do several at a time since I have to go out of my way. So I'll finish putting this guy together tonight, clear coat these, and then by tomorrow they're ready to hit the display. I'll probably reorganize my display. Maybe I'll do a video. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow and we can organize my display together. I think that would be fun. You're probably my favorite action figure collector. I appreciate that, Avox. I really do. Thank you. It means a lot. Hey, what's your favorite Ben Ryan shoe? Mine says 3, so it's really toss and Scar Spider 1 and 3. Man, I would probably have to say. My favorite suit's probably the hoodie, because it's just so iconic. You know what I mean? I like his like, you know, his webbed outfit, like the CT Toys they made. But like the hooded Ben Reilly is just like so iconic. I'll probably have to go with that as my favorite. But it's just so funny, right? It's like Spider-Man's suit is sick, right? But then Ben Reilly's suit is just as cool. It's just a dude in red spandex with a blue hoodie and with its sleeves cut off. But it just works so well. Did you guys see that new Mafex Scarlet Spider that's coming out? It's like the hoodie Scarlet Spider 2.0. It's got like that red, like I don't want to say cell shading, like shadow on it, and then it's got the right spider emblem on the hoodie this time. Looks really good. I think it's a con exclusive, so if I can get a pre-order in on you know, Hobby Genki or one of those sites, I will. I'll be watching it like a hawk because I like mine a lot. My girlfriend bought it for me last year, but the updated one looks really good. Did you see Mafex also released Miles Morales again? A reissue, but it's not like a reissue. They call it like a Miles Morales like 0.1 or something. Like there's updating some stuff. So I was able to pre-order that too. It's only like 70 or 80 bucks if you order it directly from like Hobby Link Japan or one of those sites. So I definitely got that because I had the CT Toys. I honestly didn't think it was like that good. I just didn't like, you know, I guess because the CT Toys that's what it is, right? It's a bootleg at the end of the day, so my expectations shouldn't be that high. But I just really didn't like the I didn't like it. I don't know if mine was like loose or whatnot. So I'm excited to get the Mafex one because like Black Hole just said, Mafex makes really good figures, and their Spider-Mans are amazing. I have the Symbiote, which is incredible. I have Ben Reilly Spider-Man from Mafex. I think that's it. And then I have a lot of the SHF Spider-Verse figures. I have Spider-Man India, Hobie. I thought about getting Mesh Toys Black Suit Spidey. I had a friend send me a bunch of pictures of the one he got, and he's like, yo, check this out. And it looks so good because I told him, I was like, you know, I have a bunch of symbiotes in my collection. You know, I have the Mafex one, I have the Marvel Legends one I customized, and I have the Secret Wars one. And I feel like between those three, I got all my symbiote Spider-Mans covered. But the Mesh Toys looks really good. But honestly, I'm going to hold out because I want to get the Mesh Toys Superior Spider-Man looks good. Where the hell did that come from? Yeah, they're gonna make a superior Spider-Man, right? They're gonna make a. What else are they gonna make? Oh, they're gonna make a Chasm. Looks really sick. So I'll definitely like to like save my money for those. Yeah, Black Hole. It's like CT Toys. Like I think they're the same company. It's like their Amazing Yamaguchi like subline. Oh yeah, they're gonna make a Scarlet Spider too. Yeah. So see, I kind of want to save my money for some of the other more unique figures they're making. Oh yeah, they're making a Venom. See, like some of those figures, I think would look pretty cool and like Amazing Yamaguchi. I don't know that Amazing Yamaguchi would make those, so I definitely want to try their versions. Yeah, Chemistry, what's up, man? Welcome in. Glad to see you can make one. Boomerang, oh my goodness, Boomerang and Speed Demon. Yeah, I put a poll on my Discord at Avox, and I asked what Spider-Man villain I should put next, and I put those two because I got a really good idea for Boomerang I want to do. But no one cared about those villains. But they're all. I got Hobgoblin next, and then I think probably Boomerang, and then Speed Demon right after that. I really want to do like the Sinister Syndicate, you know, like some of those characters. So you know I made that Chameleon. So in my mind, Chameleon's gonna be like in charge of his own like little legion of villains, and it's gonna be mostly like villains that like aren't super evil. It's just like villains that like to do jobs for money and stuff, right? So it's gonna be like Hobgoblin, Venom, Morbius, Speed Demon, Boomerang, Human Fly, just like random villains like that aren't, you know, the most evil villains imaginable. They're just kind of like don't even always go out of their way to hurt Spider-Man. They're just like, okay, you're in my way, Spider-Man, so I'm gonna hurt you. So I guess almost more like an anti-hero team. Although Chameleon will be evil, he'll be fully evil. Yeah, Tarantula. I want to make like a spider division of like spider bad guys. So like Tarantula. There's Black Tarantula, so I could have like two different tarantulas. I want to do like Shriek and Carnage working together. Spider Side, Doppelganger, stuff like that. I think that'd be fun. Make a bunch of like, you know, the antithesis of Spider-Man, right? But make a bunch of villains of that. You just got your first Amazing Yamaguchi DA. What did you get, Chemistry? I should make a Kane and Ben Reilly. Yeah, I thought about it. I definitely will make the clones eventually. I haven't even made Peter yet, so it'll probably be a while before I get to any spider variants that aren't Peter, but the Beetle's so cool. Oh, thanks, Duck Gaming. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, Black Hole. That's, yeah, I know, right? I think it's funny, especially some of the more ridiculous ones I've been making, like the Human Fly. Like, who's gonna take him seriously, right? But I think that's gonna be kind of part of the lore, right? It's like maybe the Human Fly is starting to become more like pure evil because he's like, dude, stop like taking me as a joke. Kind of thinking of it like that. Oh, the Attack Titan, yo, that looks sick. They're making more Titan figures too, right? I don't know anything about Attack on Titan, but I saw they're making another Titan character. The dude that's got like a huge belly and extremely long like limbs. I know a Spider-Man fan was posting about how much like how insane it looked. Yeah, make the whole Clone Saga. Yeah, exactly. I'll eventually tackle that. Yeah, Vox, I will. Maybe you missed when I said I want to. Who's the other guy? That would be the Beast Titan. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The other guy is Jack-O-Lantern, Duck Gaming. Sides, yeah, I want to get... Okay, so I want to get the CT Hush Batman. One, because I love mine and he's worn out because of how much I played with him. But two, yeah, Chemistry, that's what I was thinking, dude. He looks massive. Like super, super long, skinny limbs, and then maybe his torso will be hollow. Maybe that will help. But size, a big reason why I want to get the CT Hush is so I can paint it up like this. I think that'd be really fun. Oh, or the eel. Yeah, the eel. Isn't there squid, kangaroo, stuff like that? Paste Pot Pete, right? Conspicuous. What's up, bro? What is going on? How you guys doing? We unboxed a bunch of toys together earlier. Now we're just talking customs, talking Spider-Man. You know, the usual. Figures in general. Leapfrog and Frogman be the priority. Yeah. I do want to make... So, I was thinking, I think it's Jackal. I was thinking of, like, Jackal and, like, how when he's, like, learning to clone, it's, like, kind of, like, mutating people. So I want to make, like, a bunch of, like... the animal-related villains be part of his team. So I want it to be almost like a zoo, right? So they're gonna do like, I want to make like, oh, Puma. I want to make Puma and Vermin and what the hell else we were just talking about? Oh, Kangaroo and Squid and Eel. It's like a bunch of dudes like that. Like a bunch of ridiculous, like Black Hole said, a bunch of ridiculous Z tier like animal themed bad guys, and make it like a bunch of like kind of like failed experiment rejects from Jackal that he kind of, maybe he even like keeps caged up until he needs to use them, and so maybe they're just kind of like even grunts for him, you know what I mean? That would be kind of cool. I know it's kind of like a played out trope, but like the Reaniman, something like that, you know. You should watch Attack on Titan. Okay, I'll try to give it a shot. I haven't watched a lot of anime, so if you guys ever have recommendations, I'm sure you guys have a lot, so feel free to give them to me. What's your favorite custom? I've been asked that a couple times tonight, and I honestly have to say, I usually say like, I don't know, some of my favorites of all time, you know, some of my Spider-Man I've made, some of my villains. But I honestly say too, like, I think I have like recency bias when it comes to my customs, because like the most recent ones I've made tend to be some of my favorite. Because I don't know. I feel like every time I make a new figure, I'm like figuring out new techniques to add or new styles. So like this Jack-o'-lantern came out really good, and then we finished this Beetle, and I absolutely love this Beetle. So Venom in this style, I have not, I guess, technically. I have that like comic style Venom I was going to use in this universe, because I every time someone asks about Venom, I say the same thing, so sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I'm not 100% sure how to make Venom look cool, or like kind of like reinvent the wheel when it comes to Venom, like in this style, because like he's just goo, right? So I don't know like how like grounded, realistic you can make a symbiote. So I think just like the style as he is just works. Maybe like a monster Venom, because I like monster figures. I love like huge figures, so maybe that could be fun. But a lot of people said maybe I could make like a monster Carnage, or maybe like my own symbiote, like a newer symbiote, like my own invention, and maybe he could be like some like monster style symbiote. Maybe he could be like cybernetic too, a little bit, kind of like a mixing of all my worlds. I think that could be fun. Jackal keeping Z-tier animal characters in cages sounds perfect. Okay, cool. I'm glad you like that idea. Okay, you guys are my test audience, so if you guys like the idea, then I'll start rolling with it and fleshing it out more. Yeah, that's true, Duck Gaming. Agent Venom could definitely work in this style. Maybe I could... Okay, that's a good point. Maybe I could do an Agent Venom in this style, and then do a like a Monster Carnage. I was thinking about Red Goblin too, because you know Norman as the Carnage with the Carnage symbiote, I think would be really scary in this universe. That's like a more dark, gritty, like grounded universe. So like a Norman that's that powerful and even more psychotic, I think could be really fun, really scary for Miles and co. Oddball, okay, Oddball could be fun. I'll definitely look into Oddball for you. I love all these, you know, I've honestly found out about a lot of, I want to say found out about, but I guess like learn more lore and stuff about these Z-list villains from you guys. and all the random characters you've recommended I looked up here. So definitely always shout out. Oh, Anti-Carnage, yeah, that works. Sides. An idea here, why not make a Venom like a... Oh, okay. Okay, Death in a Black Hole. I like that idea a lot. Okay. Have you... Okay, so now you're giving me ideas, because Black Hole, this might be like a really deep cut you might not remember. This is just such a distinct memory from my childhood. Do you remember they made a Toy Biz Spider-Man, little 4-inch Spider-Man, and he had a backpack with the symbiote, and it was like in like a gray, like kind of like backpack, like containment thing. And so running with an idea like that, maybe someone's keeping it in like a containment tank on their back, and they can control when they like release it onto themselves. Like you said, maybe like an upgrade. Ooh, I like that a lot, Black Hole. Okay. Okay. We got ideas now. I don't know how I'll make it like... Maybe it's just like a dude in a suit. So maybe I would have to make 2 customs, because I don't know how I could like... You know what I mean? Like make it sometimes symbiote released and sometimes not. I don't know. I'm not sure how I could do that, but... That's a fun idea. Bat, what's up, man? Welcome in. Hit Monkey, make a Hit Monkey. I wonder where you got that idea. Make a Hit Monkey custom. I thought you were going to say Cyber Spider-Man, but that's even better than mine. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you like my idea. I'll definitely work with that idea. I'm thinking now in my head. Okay, this is what I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking a controllable Venom, like Black Hole was saying. I'm gonna make Red Goblin, and then my new symbiote, I'll make my own unique symbiote that's like a monster symbiote. And since Size just said it, it'll be like a symbiote that has some kind of relation to Miles, since, you know, like Venom is like the antithesis of Spider-Man, basically, right? So like Miles has to have his own like symbiote to fight. So I'll make like a I'll make a monster symbiote unique, and it'll be like Miles' symbiote to fight. Okay, you guys are giving me ideas. I gotta write this all down before I forget, but I got the ideas now. Cool. Yeah, my UA's... sorry. Words got jumbled up there. Yeah, my US Agent custom is in this universe, Duck Gaming. We were talking about that earlier, Duck Gaming. You might not have been in here. So we were talking about like what an Avengers would look like in this universe, since maybe some of the legacy ones are dead. So I was thinking like we were thinking like Bucky, War Machine. We could make like a Black Panther custom, like an Ultimate Hawkeye custom, maybe Kate Bishop, Thor, some kind of Black Widow, Ant-Man, stuff like that. Vision 2.0, maybe Ant-Man. So I think in the comics, Hank originally makes Ultron, right? So maybe, and then in the MCU, Tony makes Vision and Ultron. So, okay, so maybe what if we do Tony's dead because he made the original Vision and Ultron, and then so Hank, since Tony dies and we're in this apocalyptic world because Ultron ruined everything, Hank's like, okay, let me try again. Let me make a Vision 2.0. I think that could be fun. Yeah, Hit Monkey, they all have lore. I've been writing a pretty deep lore on all of these guys, so. Like being a guy with a tank on his back that holds a suit and the neck and suit work together and make the character, yeah, exactly, Death in a Black Hole. I like that. I like that a lot. I gotta write all these ideas down before I forget, because these are some really good custom ideas. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Duck Gaming. I was thinking that the modern Black Widow, since it's a lot of the almost like counterparts to the legacy characters, right? We got Bucky as Captain America. We got Rhodey as the main like Iron Man type. So instead of it doesn't have to be Natasha. It could be um dude. I draw so many blanks when I'm trying to read messages and talk at the same time. So instead of Natasha being like the Widow character, it could be Yelena. That's why I said it could be like any Widow type character. It doesn't have to be Natasha. So that could be fun. That's why I have like 200 notes on my world. Yeah, Death in a Black Hole. I got like a little journal I carry around. It's like a little notepad, like that big, where I'm just like, oh, new idea. Write it down real quick before I forget. Ghost, welcome in. What's up, bro? Are there any good monkey figures for cheap? Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna go grab. Where's my PS5? Oh, I couldn't remember who Ghost was. Kev, what's up, bro? You're right. I gotta make one. We gotta figure out what Mayfex you want to use. You want to use a CT Toys? You want to use an official Mayfex? I think if we got like a yeah, CT Toys. Okay, good. I would have been nervous to deface a standard Mayfex. Yeah, because I think the red and blue suit, like CT Toys, would be pretty close, right? And then we could just paint on, maybe even sculpt the details that make it the game suit. I think that could be pretty good. Let me grab my notepad real quick, so I can write down all these ideas we came up with. I guess this live will be in my archives too, but. Ugh. What's that? No. Okay, see, that's a good point. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I saw Brickaway. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Brickaway. He's been doing a lot of stuff with the Planet of the Apes figures, and they look really good. I think he's been getting some bootlegs off of eBay recently too. I think who made them originally? NECA back in the day. You're my go-to, Rhodey the GOAT. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. You've been coming up with some good stuff. You're sending me a cool new custom every day. Every morning I wake up to a new custom from Ghost in my DMs. Either that or asking advice for what he should trade next. And then we're always on opposite ends of what he should do. So I'm never any help. Yeah, Death and Black Hole. It's sometimes that's the best way to learn is to mess up a couple of times. Any suits that would fit a monkey figure for cheap? Hitmonkey, I would say check like GPS slot and stuff. GPS slot on eBay, or I know Amazon and I know AliExpress has a lot of 1/12 scale clothing that people like to use. Yeah, Man Spider could be part of Jackal Zoo. That could work. Man Spider and like Doppelganger and stuff. Oh yeah, Grey Hulk or She Hulk. She-Hulk, yeah, I think that would work actually. That's true. Yeah, chemistry. He kind of gives me potentially rude vibes. I agree. I don't know if I've ever interacted with him. He's liked and saved some of my stuff on TikTok and Instagram, but I've never interacted with him one-on-one. So I'm writing notes of everything we came up with. Oh yeah, Haya had a line. The duck gaming. Yeah, I did make the wall. I did make the wall. That was a fun one. Red. That is Jack-o'-lantern and Beetle. Yep. Yep. Oh, Goofy's Little Spider. I didn't think about that. Miles's version of Webman. That could be fun. That could be really fun, actually. You know how Webman is just kind of like the worst version of Spider-Man, right? So he's kind of like a knucklehead. What if the Webman version of Miles is like actually evil? You know how like in the alternate universe he's Prowler, right? So that's whenever we finally get that sequel in like 10 years. I wouldn't say take that idea. Oh, sorry. I wouldn't say take that idea directly, but maybe he's just like evil in some way, shape, or form. Just like Miles is Webman, but evil instead of dumb, like OG Webman. I don't know, something like that. Oh yeah, paint rub. That's always a pain. Maybe Peter could be the guy who. Oh, that's true. Duck Gaming. That's true. Tell the voice. I could also like combine like Agent Venom and our idea of like a modernized Venom like Bane hybrid all into like one character. So I guess that could be like that means it's just like Flash Thompson who's using the Venom to basically keep him alive from his injuries and stuff. Tell the voice actors, dude, I know. I know. I know. Black lenses, black pants being black parts being white, red is blue, and blue is red. Yeah, that would look. I think that would look really sweet. Oh yeah, Mr. Fantastic becomes a maker. That could work. That could be fun. Have you watched Invincible? Yeah, Duck Game, and I finally caught up on season 3 a couple weeks ago. I fell behind, but I binge watched season 2 and 3, and Adam Eve special. Um, um, maybe new Super Soldier program makes Flash Thompson go crazy. Yeah, that could work. The base figure is Grid from McFarlane. I'm unfamiliar with the character altogether, but the suit looked really cool. So I bounced around a couple different ideas of what suit I was going to use, and then I found this suit for $12, and on Amazon, brand new. It was like a clearance sale, so I was like, okay, I'll use this suit then. And actually, I'm really happy we did because it came out so good. Oh, is that what it is? Evil Cyborg from Injustice? Ah. I watched Invincible season 1 and 2 and the everything. Yeah, dude, it's a really easy show to binge once you get into it because it's definitely not slow moving at all. Have you done a Morbius? No, not yet, Red. Not yet. There could be a Marvel DC crossover could be fun to do in my universe, right? There's pretty much no rules there, no legalities I have to follow. So, I also too this figure is so good, but I don't know. Oh shoot, let me get these guys out of the way. This Robin is so good. I don't know what I want to use him for. I'm not sure if I want to keep him the same or if I want to like make a custom out of him. I feel like he could be like a really good. She's not that annoying, is she? Was that sarcasm? I do want to make a Screwball though. I think it'd be fun, like design wise, it'd be a fun character to make. I know not everyone loves her in the comics, but oh, that's True Red. Like Harry's Goblin, right? That could work. Should do a Red Hood type Colonel Miles. Yeah. See, you guys giving me all these ideas for like a Webman Miles. I think I would want to do like a Webman Miles that's like actually like intelligent and evil, and like you said, maybe like a kind of like a Red Hood type thing. Dude, McFarlane's got, honestly, some McFarlane figures have just gotten so much better. Look, it's actually posing. What? Have you done Wolfman? No, not yet. I haven't done a Wolfman. A little sarcasm. I like her as a character. She's human, but can parkour faster and Spidey can keep like that is nuts. There's some potential there for an interesting character, though. I love this. I think this blue Beetle. Sorry, I'm playing with the huge bundle of DC toys I got that I'm gonna sell off. But I love this blue Beetle. This body McFarlane made, like this pretty much blank body besides the boots down here. It's like one of the best bodies he made. Because now he like infinitely reuses it, but it's like perfect for customs too if you find it on clearance. This guy's sick though. And then of course, you gotta have him with his boy, right? Is a Punisher in your universe? Yeah, Punisher is. I'll get around to him eventually. He's definitely on the short list. Spider-Man fan who's been around since like day one around here. He's been asking for Punisher for forever. I think the Punisher I made recently, the Mezco style, like quenches thirst for now. But look at this. McFarlane. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon. The only thing I don't love about McFarlane's thing is like a lot of the ratcheting, so sometimes you can just never get the ankle in the right spot to like stand properly. Wait, what about a cross between Rocket Racer and Screwball to go? Oh, I like that. I was thinking about making like an amalgamation character using the idea of like Rocket Racer. I thought that could be really fun. So okay, maybe Rocket Racer and Screwball, that could work. That could be fun. I like that. Yeah, the Punisher's gonna be a new Spider-Man movie, dude. I'm so hyped for that. I'm so excited. But yeah, I got a bunch of fodder to go through, see what we're gonna use next for Hobgoblin stuff. But yeah, about to log off, gotta start getting ready to head out for this dinner. But yeah, well, maybe I'll go live again tonight when I get home, if it's not too late. Would you guys be down for like I would start like 11 o'clock Central Time, so. Yeah, since you made Big Wheel one, make the Rocket Racer Screwball one too. Yeah, maybe they could even be like friends or something, or sisters, maybe like twins, something like that could be fun. Ooh. Wolverine infected by the last year symbiote. Yeah, that could be fun. I think Wolverine infected by any kind of symbiote would be terrifying, right? Krispy Kreme. Hell yeah. I'm glad you get the reference. That's where it's from. But all right, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Shooting shop with me. Black Hole and everyone else giving me so many good ideas and talking 90s animated Spider-Man. I can do that all day. So Wolverine is one of your favorite characters. Yeah, dude, Wolverine's solid. I'm not a huge X-Men guy, but I love Wolverine. That's for sure. Oddball and Screwball, that would be a very silly duo. I'll definitely have to... Yeah, I'll have to play around with those characters. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out, talking shop, giving me good ideas. For everyone who is new subscribers, everything. Love you all the same. 4 a.m. for you? Oh my goodness, you must be on the other side of the country. Hey, Dark Beast is never out. Just because I don't love the character doesn't mean I can't make one and then sell it to you guys. But hey, thanks for hanging out so late then, Duck Gaming. But yeah, Deadpool, that's serious. That could work too. But all right, let me get out of here before I get caught up yapping even more. Blue Beetle could be... Yeah, that's true. These bodies that are blank definitely could play into anything. Hey, appreciate it, Black Hole. You too, man. Goofy Spider, everyone else, thank you guys so much for all your input, all your great ideas. KC, appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. I'll catch up with you guys on the flip side. Maybe tonight. If not, I'll definitely be live tomorrow. So I'll catch up with you guys. Thank you so much.